folks. I don't know how this is possible, but it's possible. Look at this. 2.2 feet of water. I mean, I can show you the mud that my trolling motor churned there and there. It's 2 feet here. I don't think they're bedding. I didn't see a single bed. Did you see? There is no beds here. And there is on top of that 20 mile per hour wind right now. There is just 20 mile per hour wind. And I'm trying to cast a 1 gram trout magnet. Maybe I should try the 1.25, but it's 3 feet of water. How to cast anything heavier? But these fish, I already caught 2, and I'm upset I didn't turn the camera. They're hitting, folks. Spring is so. This is the extra ultralight Presso. Spring is so amazing. Spring is so amazing. This is not beds. This ain't no beds. This is not beds. On the extra ultralight. 2.1 pound, 0.10 millimeter line. I have to bolt flip this fish. Look at these tankers. Spring is so amazing. I mean, it's hauling. Let me turn around just so you appreciate the wind. The wind is absolutely hauling. Look at this bluegill. The wind is absolutely hauling right now. Let me go to the front. Cast a few times from the front. Against the wind, just so you appreciate the wind. The wind is 20 miles per hour, but I've told you many times, 20 miles per hour doesn't matter. Look, I mean, it is hauling. If I turn the pipe here, you'll probably hear the... Somehow I'm casting the 1 gram. Somehow I'm casting the 1 gram far enough, and there's another one. These fish are here and they mean business. They are here in 2-3 feet of water and they mean business, folks. Amazing. In the wind. In the wind, folks. This is some fishing here. This is some fishing here. Look at this bluegill. Look, look. Get some appreciation. These are 8 inchers in 2 feet of water. There is no beds here. There is no beds. Trust me. I'll show you beds. I'll show you beds when the beds appear. There is no beds here. They are just, I don't know what they're doing. Are they bedding? I don't know what they're doing. They've been here before, to tell you the truth. But sometimes they're here, sometimes they back out, depending on water conditions. The wind is howling. Look, it's not going to be good quality video. The audio will be terrible. And it's so muddy too. The water is so muddy. I don't know how they see. I'm using the bison color. Look at the water color. Look, tell me how they see bison in this. Good thing the head of the jig head is black color, so at least they can kind of see the head running around. Look at here, folks. This is the third one. The first two, before I turn on the camera, were absolutely the same size. These are not monsters by any measure. What's the point, right? See? Beautiful. The wind though, but maybe beautiful fish. Maybe if there is no wind, they're not gonna bite. I don't know. Look, there is even mud slick. Is this my trolling motor? My trolling motor, did you go over there? Sometimes my trolling motor will go. I don't think this mud slick is from me. Why is there mud slick all the way? I know I churned a bunch of mud over there. I mean, it's really, it says 3.0 feet here. I'm telling you, spring fishing can be a lot of fun. No, can be. What did I say? Can be. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. Can be a lot of fun. Spring fishing, even this is a small one, but look how dark he is. Spring fishing, absolutely 100% is a lot of fun, except when you have to dehook a fish on every cast. You know, sometimes when you push the jig down to unhook it, you do unhook it, but you hook it even deeper. It's very annoying. I know what I'm doing, but you have to push down. There is no other way. Down is the only way. But when you push down, you unhook it, and on the way out, the hook grabs, and you hook it again. Did you guys hear the wind? If you did hear the wind, I do want to get down here to hide a little bit from the wind, to give you just a little more decent audio, because here I have a little bit of protection from the windshield. You see the mud slick there? It's not a slick. I don't know, English is a second language here, but sometimes I don't know why I choose these words. It's not like I don't understand the meaning. Should I boat flip this one? It's just enough to break my leader or snap the tip. Every one of these bluegill is a freaking tanker. Look at this bluegill again. Look at this bluegill. These are all 8 inchers. Let me go grab my my ruler. My gosh, what a riot. Look, right there in the mud. Maybe it's the fish churning the mud. Maybe it's the fish. They're hitting it again. This fish mean absolute business. Don't mess with me or you're gonna get it. This one jumped like a tarpon. Have you seen a bluegill clear the surface by 1 foot? That's what this one did. Extra ultralight. Extra ultralight. Yeah, they're all the same size. Decent, but not the biggest. I have seen bigger. Let me measure one of these. This one is not even 8 inches. This is like 7 3/4. Not even 8. Although this one, in all honesty, was a little shorter than the prior 2 or 3. You know, I'm thinking this trout magnet will be torn pretty soon, and we can tie something. Oh man, the wind is just howling, and we can tie something more provocative. Yeah, here he is. Here he is. Man, look how steady the line is. Almost like you hooked like a 2-pound crappie or something. It feels so amazing. I lost him. I started yanking a little bit too much. And I need to retie too, because these fish have teeth. But I'm gonna make a few more casts and then retie. Whoa, something hit it right there out of my hand. I don't think I have ever fished in such wind with the 1 gram, but it's so shallow here. I don't think I have ever fished with the 1 gram. I mean, right now it is absolutely maybe 25 miles per hour, but I checked the forecast. There is no rain. If there is no rain, it can do what. I'm not going home. Would you go home with this kind of bite? With this kind of bite? I'm boat flipping this one. Look at this. Even this one. He's a little smaller, but look at this one. These might not be 8 inches, by the way. They might be 7, like high 7s. Man, they look so good. Trout magnet still alive. All right, I mean, let's keep going as long as we can. Oh, they hit it right away. This whole shallow cove here. This whole shallow cove. I don't know what happened. Did I lose my jig? Wow, fish right here. Slack. I'm reeling, I don't feel. Usually I keep feeling my jig on every twitch. But this fish must have swam my way. Man, look here, what a beautiful fish, folks. Absolutely gorgeous fish. I mean, you have to see these fish. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this fish. How do you kill this fish? How do you throw this fish in the cooler? Have you no heart at all? Even in backward Bulgaria, even in Russia, you're so much better than the Russians too, right? Even in Russia and Bulgaria, during the spawning season, there is no harvest allowed for 1 month. No harvest allowed for 1 month. Let these fish spawn. But here the big muchachos can't catch nothing all year. Come and just decimate the beds of these fish. Man, I'm so close. Maybe there's another one. Maybe there is a bed. I didn't see a bed here. Maybe there is a bed. How do you find so many big ones? If it's not a bed, how do you find so many big ones? Oh, don't go there now. Everything is going so nice and smooth. Don't go there now. Now this is the smallest one of this session here, but he is still a beautiful fish. The trout magnet is begging me. He's just tapping. He's just tapping to be replaced. All right, let's try against the wind a little bit. It's funny, but if you manage to cast against the wind, you can kind of retrieve with less belly. They keep hitting and I keep missing it. Keep missing it. I'm gonna catch one of them. I'm gonna catch one of them, that's for sure. Man, the extra ultralight. I told you this is the best trout magnet twitching rod. And that's just the truth. Corto, Schmorto, Eradicator. Yeah, Eradicator is good, but where are you gonna buy Eradicator? Looky here, folks. This one is Gertie. This one Gertie, folks. Yeah. Trout magnet looks in bad shape, folks. That fellow is in bad shape, but he's gonna catch a couple more. One of the flaps got torn. I don't know how. I don't know how. One of the flaps got torn. Right now it doesn't matter. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. This bluegill? Is this bluegill? He took off a little bit. He took off a little bit. Oh my gosh, this wind. Usually I hate it, but this time I don't know why the wind makes it even more. Just unbelievable fishing experience. I can barely cast the 1 gram jig. And it just doesn't matter. They keep slamming it. Man, this one is not that big. Did I hook it funny? I think I hooked it kind of funny. Why did this fish pull so hard? Why did this fish pull so hard? Bison color trout magnet in the mud. You don't know, you haven't seen everything until you see this, folks. Okay, let me try to save this fish. He's not gonna die at all for sure, because just because it's in the roof of the mouth where there is no blood. But why torture him if we have a dehooker? Come on, let's get back in there. Where's my 10-incher? These are all exactly the same. It just feels like I'm fishing a bed, except there is no bed. These fish don't bed like this. They bed over there. They're staged here. They're staged here in the mud. Maybe there is warm water or something. Look at this, folks. These fish are ripping. Damn, bluegill is ripping. Did I tell you I'm using the 1 gram number 12? BG1. 1 gram number 12. I have to disagree with all of you who think that the size 10 hook is better for bluegill. I don't agree with that. Now, if we're catching a mix of crappie and bluegill, you can make the argument, and some juvenile bass, that altogether size 10 is better. You can make that argument. But you're fishing like this, only bluegills. I disagree, the size 10 is better. I think the size 12 is absolute perfection for bluegill fishing. Beds, and I don't care how big they are. Size 10 is just perfection. I mean, I don't lose any fish. It is so easy to eat. Yeah, once in a while they will deep hook it. Once in a while they're gonna deep hook it. That's true. But use the dehooker. Now, this one is one of the smallest. He ain't much, but it's such a day that he is still fun. You know where the baby bluegill are? You guys are all fishing, you know, the conventional wisdom. You see these fallen trees in the water, all of them have a cloud. It's literally a cloud of baby bluegill, like 3 and 4 inches. The big bluegill are never on top of these tree trunks in the water there. You see a cloud bluegill, you're not gonna catch nothing nice. The big bluegill are in some shallow flat. Let's try to just lob it 10 feet right here. Let's try that. Fish right away. I mean, it is nuts right now. It is absolute nuts, and is he tugging and pulling? This is absolute nuts, folks. This is nuts. No bed, no nothing. Find a shallow cove. My goodness. My goodness. This is nuts. Oh man, we have to dehook again. Up. I'm so good with this. I bend it, by the way I like it. I'm debating making my own dehooker. But these Chinese companies always ask you to order 5,000. When am I gonna sell 5,000 dehookers? Okay, let's cast towards that branch. Do you see there is like a little branch over there? That branch is stuck on the bottom. It's like 1 foot exactly where the branch is. Yep. I mean, they are just here peppered all over this shallow cove. They are just here getting ready. They have a summit. They have a bluegill summit here. It's just a summit. Look at them bluegill. Look at them bluegill. I love when they're hooked like this for quick release. Okay. Let's try again. I'm just reeling now, not even twitching. Trying to make it easy for them to hit it. You don't need to make it easy for them. Man, this bluegill is tugging today. I want time to stop because I have only like an hour left of daylight. I want time to stop. I want time to stop, folks, and I want to fish here 5 hours. Look here, that's a quarter bluegill. Those of you who don't know your bluegill species, this is a quarter bluegill. Yeah, we need a new trout magnet. We lost. I've been catching the last few fish. Do you see? Only 1 flap left. One last one on the 1 flap. And we're gonna switch to something bright. See? They like the 1 flap. Why you need 2 flaps on the trout magnet? You don't need no 2 flaps on the trout magnet. Look at this. Woohoo! Damn, bluegill is furious. Furious. So this lake has both Corto bluegill and Presso bluegill. It has both of them. See, I caught so many fish, but because I haven't hit any rocks, my BG1 jig head is still totally black. No chipped paint. I think this time I picked up a leaf. No, it's not a leaf. No, there ain't no leaf. No, no, it's not a leaf. Look how it's running. Here running. There ain't no leaf. This is just fun. That's what it is. It's just crazy fun. Okay, we're taking a break now. I do want to try another color. Obviously, you don't need color, but it bothers me to fish with one flap on the trout magnet. It bothers me. Even this fish, very short but girthy. Look, amazing. One of the most amazing. I mean, I have caught fish after fish on bluegill beds, but this is obviously not a bed. Maybe they're getting ready for bed. I didn't see bed though. I didn't see the, you know what I'm talking about. We need to retie anyway, to tell you the truth, because the line here is, you have abrasion after that many fish. Give me a second. Alright folks, we retied and I put a new color. Look how beautiful the head stands out on this yellow color. Not that we need right now this kind of color. Let's get back to that tree over there. Oh my god, that went 100 feet out. There is a fish all the way there. There's a fish all the way in front of that tree. The only reason I can cast that far is that's where the wind is blowing. Amazing. I don't know how many I can catch and if I'm gonna get tired of this. They are all nice. You know, the last few, I'm gonna say they're all nice, but the last few on the yellow color have been subpar. They've been subpar. I don't know, maybe I caught all the big ones already. I did catch quite a few. They're hitting it. I don't think I can blame the color. They're hitting it. But I haven't caught. Those first ones were 8 inchers. Now we're... They're very nice, but they're a little bit smaller. I don't know, maybe that's a different bed there. I don't think I'm fishing beds on the first place, but who knows, maybe I am. Folks, I'm about ready to remove the yellow color. I don't know if it coincided by pure luck, but ever since I switched to the yellow color, I caught 2 small fish and now this one. It's been slower. Now you have the nasty wind and all of that, but I had nasty wind before. This yellow color, I don't know why it would matter. I don't believe it, but it's coinciding with the data of catching fewer fish and smaller. Maybe I just caught all of the bigger ones already. I don't know, I'm gonna make a few more casts, but I better catch something big soon. Or I'm gonna remove it and keep this color for trout or something. I'm gonna put it back in the box. We're not gonna throw it. I'm gonna put it back in the box. Keep it for a trout fishing session. I'm getting nips. Just haven't caught a good fish, and the bite is a little bit smaller. You would think this color would produce better in this dirty water, But I was doing better with the trout magnet. Even this one is a little... No, I was doing better with the bison color. Even this one is kind of... I mean, that's a gorgeous bluegill, but those were bigger. Let's come here, try to catch some new fish, folks. Man, that's not much distance, but maybe the reason for catching smaller fish on the yellow color is we fished out the bigger ones from behind the boat. Oh, bluegill? Man, this one felt good on the hit. Man, he hit like something angry. Yeah, it is a bluegill. Is it big? It's not even that big. Okay, he's gorgeous, but no, this fish is hooked a little funny. Okay, he ate the yellow color. Man, he hit so hard. At least you guys can see the yellow color. To me, I'm not convinced that this high visibility is beneficial. I was catching a fish on every cast just fine with the bison color. Tap, 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 tap. They don't like this yellow color, I'm telling you. They're trying to kill it and not eat it. Oh. Well, there goes the yellow color. How did they rip the whole thing? This bluegill. I'm not putting another high vis color. I'm gonna use a regular gray color. Okay, let's go off the front. Let's go off the front a little bit so you guys can hear the wind and you can believe it. Casting 1 gram up against the wind. I don't know if I'll be able to cast a float. There it is. I'll be able to cast the float against the wind here. The float, the wind can grab the float and push it back. So right away we catch a fish on the gray color, but he's not that big either. So maybe there is no reason to blame the yellow color, because now we're catching, maybe I just hit a good spot with a few big ones on the bison color. And after that the size just dropped a little bit from 8 inches to 7. Yeah. Either way, the bison color is always the best. This one feels heavy. It's like I'm fighting a carp, man. The line is so steady. Is this a bluegill or a shell cracker? What is it? This one has actually some blue color. Not that big. So easy. Bye bye, little buddy. Go do your business. Come on, let's go. Tap, 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 tap. So many taps, 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 taps. Folks, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end this video. I wanna do one more video right here, but with the Cast King Kestrel. I'm gonna try to set the float to 2 feet deep and catch them here in 2 feet of water on the float. See if it will work in the wind. But this was one of the most amazing bluegill fishing sessions in my life. I kid you not. I've caught them in beds before, but just like this in the open water, and I caught them in the same cove like a month ago, 2 months ago, but they were smaller. Today they are just gorgeous. They're just gorgeous and plentiful. 20 mile per hour wind, it don't matter. It don't matter. This was, I fished several colors trout magnet on a 1 gram size 12 BG1. This is the Presso Air AGS extra ultralight, the 5'10". This is the 2020 Daiwa Presso Real. This is a carbon knob that I put. This is one of the hook keepers that I have in my shop. Sometimes I like to use different colors, stands out, it's easier to find. And this is Variva's 0.104 millimeter ester line. It was an absolute riot with this super, the rod is 42 grams. The reel is 150. Imagine if you put the RIOT SF, you have 174 gram rig. But even with this, my gosh, when this bluegill hit in your hand, it's like it's incredible. Let me end this video here and try to catch a few more. It would be amazing to see the float get slammed. Catch a few more with the float. Thank you for your patience, for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you soon, very soon. Bye bye.